first half performances, that's probably the best 45 minutes since you've been in charge?
I don't know. I thought, I thought Bristol City started the game on fire really. The first 10 minutes, the crowd was up. They started with real intensity. It took a big save from Senny off a free kick to almost wake us up. You know, I thought after that, some of our play was really good. Once we got into positions we wanted to, just to build possession, we knew we'd create problems in and around their back three, and I thought our front three were very good. 2-0 at half time. I don't think anyone can argue if we'd have scored one or two more, they would probably fancy they could have scored two as well. It was a great block, wasn't there, in the header. So overall to come here, which I think is an extremely difficult place, you've only got to look at the home form before we come and our history here as a club. I was delighted at half time. I just asked them there, why do we come so nervous when you're 2-0 up? Like most teams do it, don't they? Like, it's a dangerous scoreline. If we'd have been a bit more ruthless at half time, the game might have been out of sight.
Second half, you a bit worried there when you went 2-1 that all that good work in the first half might, come to.
I knew we'd have to grind at some stage. I think we've had to in all of the away games. Even at Millwall, we had to grind second half. We had to grind at Watford, obviously, and here today. I'm really respectful of Nigel's front guys. Wyman, Conway, Semenyo coming on, Naki, who we know well. And we didn't want to give them any space there. I thought we did that. I thought they played down the sides of us, but never played in front of us, which was part of the game plan. We obviously wanted to get our front three to have a bigger game than them. And I think over the game, that's probably what's just edged it for us today. Tyler, I'm delighted with him. Lyndon's been sick most of the week, obviously from last week, flying back from Scotland, not well. And like I said, I need 20 big minutes from him, and I thought he'd come on and contributed as well. So I'm delighted tonight. It's the start of a marathon week for all the championship clubs. So it's important we recover and go up to Sheffield United. We've got Sheffield United now and Reading, two teams in the top three. So it's a lot more to come this week.
Tyler Roberts, obviously his first league goal, that he seemed to grow in confidence a lot from that. Did you see that as well?
Yeah, fitness and everything, it's important. He came in, he got injured pre-season, then he hasn't got that base. And then, the season starts, he hasn't got that core fitness base. It's something that he prides himself on, Tyler. He's an international football player at 23. He's done a lot in his career. We forget that he's younger than Ilias and Chris, and a good 2 or 3 years younger than Lyndon. I think it's been tough on him. But I get to see him every day in training, and he's a fantastic talent. And I'm just pleased for the goal today, because I know that will be a big thing for him. It was his all-round performance, to be fair. I thought it's important again that he recovers well now, because the game's coming thick and fast. We don't want to lose him. It's important that he recovers well.
And just on the flip side of the 3 points, Jake limped off injured?
No, fine, just cramp. I was expecting it, to be fair. Leon had a little bit of an issue going into the game. I knew Jake probably couldn't knock out the 3 games of the week, and Tuesday, Friday being closer, you gamble a little bit. Obviously Jimmy a little bit disappointed coming out, but he comes on and contributes. Rob's back in training now, so come Tuesday, you've got all 4 fit. Leon proved he was human today, because he makes a big error for the goal. But he's been immaculate since he came into the club, so I think we're really strong in that area. And it was difficult this morning making the decision, actually. It was difficult. It's one that will split everyone, won't it? The level of centre-halves we got, how do you pick 2? But again, I thought it was a strong defensive performance. I thought, they had the 2 chances first half, but second half, I thought even though they had a lot of the ball, we defended Senny really well, and I thought he come and claimed some really important crosses in the second half and looked a good goalkeeper. So I was delighted, because the game had a little bit of everything. And what I'm learning in this league is it's never over. I don't know where these 7 minutes injury time keep coming from. They're making me nervous every week.
And Kenneth as well, again, outstanding performance at the back. He went off at the end, was he all right?
Yeah, he had a dead leg, and he said he was getting a bit of a sensation everywhere. It wasn't a paw or anything, so we're hopeful he can recover, because at the moment Nico's got a bit of a knock, so it's not ideal. So we're hoping that Kenneth can recover. As I say, this is what this league does to us, and I think there's nothing we can do this year, because obviously the World Cup has condensed some of the fixtures, but when you see that 2 teams go at it like that, which they did for 90 minutes, and you think they've got to go again, and we've got to go again Friday night. We travel to Bristol, Sheffield United, and then someone's decided it's the right thing for QPR to play on TV on Friday night. It's difficult to play at the level that you want to play at, and late in the game you see some mistakes and things like that, and you will as the week goes on, for sure, across the league. So no, hopefully it is just a dead leg. We'll see how he recovers tomorrow.
Is there nothing you could say about that? I mean, there's no way of sort of asking Sky not to show you on the fact if you're playing away in Yorkshire and come back down to.
No, yeah, listen, it's the way the fixtures fall, isn't it? And I think it's just listen, for other teams, I think over the whole season it probably evens itself out. You know, we've got 2 away trips now, but just before the break we had 3 games in London, so you know it's hard to moan. In a couple of weeks we play away at Luton, home to Cardiff, home to Wigan. If I looked at their fixtures, I'm sure Nathan and the other guys in charge of them will be saying similar. It's just a relentless league and you need a squad. And rather than say, okay, we've got 4 top centre halves, we're going to need them. It's clear we're going to need them. We're going to need cover all over the pitch. You know, we're going to need Lyndon and Tyler. We're going to need Albert. We're going to need the boys that wasn't in the squad today. You know, you're bringing off Stefan and Tim Arobin and bringing on Luke Amos and Andre Dazelle. You know, I think we're very fortunate. So you can moan about the schedule, but that's why you obviously build the squad that you build.
Was there an extra emphasis to exploit the space in behind the wing backs today to support for that 30 minutes in the first half? They caused a lot of problems all over the top.
Every week we play against teams who are back 3, and our system's a little bit unique. So teams try and they try different things against us, and you know we're one of the teams in the league that don't play 3 at the back at the moment. People think they can just go around the outside, so teams attack us down the outside, but we attack them down the side as well. It's the great part of the game. Early in the match, we wanted both our wing backs to go really high and push Sykes and De Silva back. De Silva's a boy that I know really well. I signed him at Chelsea as an academy player, and I didn't want De Silva anywhere near the final third because of his crossing that you saw second half. So I tried to get Ethan to take him back. And then we was having some problems playing in terms of our angles, so we reversed it. And they're the things that go on without, you know, that's me and Nigel's job as the football nerds really, without trying to baffle anyone. But it was a good game. Every game there's different problems to solve. I thought today that they are really mobile in the final third, and I wanted to play my 2 most mobile centre halves against them to defend man for man, and I also wanted the balance to play out from the back because I felt there'd be room to play on the back of their midfield with Ilias and Chris and Tyler. So that's why I decided to go with Jake and leave Jimmy out. He's aware of that. He don't thank me for it. You know, the way the game goes, he comes on and contributes. But all them things are going on in the background which make the game, for me, fascinating. For the viewer, they just want to see goals and action, don't they?
Yeah, yes, I suppose. What kind of changed after the 15 minutes, in the first 15 minutes when Bristol City were arguably on top, and then
what we tried to do, we tried to push and open with Stefan and Tim. We just changed it. We went back to our normal, and then we tried to draw them on and use that space. And you know, if they go and score the first goal today, I think it's a completely different game. Thankfully, Senny makes the big save, and then we go up the other end and get a little bit of fortune. It hits the post, hits the goalie, and Steph scores. But I did think in the first half, if we would just, some of our approach play was outstanding, but it's that last bit, you know, like we missed some simple chances in the first half today. 3 or 4 different players, not one, where we could have maybe gone and been further in front at half time. I thought our second goal was a very good goal. Kenneth again overlapping, and it's nice for us to score a goal like that from 2 or 3 yards, because I think we're the team that seems to score always from outside the box. You know.
Thank you very much.
You said that Tyler's goal was a big goal. I'm guessing that's what he needs to do now with the World Cup coming up.
Yeah.
Might be causing problems for you. From his point of view, he wants to make that squad, doesn't he? He wants to see his place.
Yeah. Speak to him about that, because he's a young boy. You know, I'm aware, you know, our backgrounds work with young boys that get given a lot early in their career. You know, you think he's 23, he's played 20 appearances, 55 appearances in the Premier League. He's won a promotion out of here. He's had big injuries as well for a young boy. I remember him coming through at West Brom as a number 9. And the plan was for him to come here and work at being that. But sometimes he wants too many touches because he is such a good player. You know, in our system he's probably more of a 10. He wants to come off and get involved in the build-up. And I've been moaning about running through the goal and getting these 2 or 3 yard tap-ins, and because it will just get. So today he done it, and we had a little chat there, and he said my season starts today, so I'm pleased for him. We spoke at length about the World Cup coming up. The same for little Ilias as well, going away to Morocco. What a wonderful thing they've got in the future, but it's important they do well here. So I'm really pleased with Ty. That's 3 starts on the belt now, which he probably hasn't had in a long time. Even if I look back at Leeds, he probably hasn't had that in a long time.